and welcome to the road to Avengers Endgame. It's getting very late in the game here, and Infinity War is the movie we're going to be very briefly discussing in this video, because we are going to see this in the cinema before the midnight premiere of Endgame. So we'll probably talk about that and our thoughts on rewatching Infinity War later on down the line, because we're not going to rewatch it because we're going to see it in the cinema in like 2 nights, so there's no point to rewatch it at home. But I just wanted to very briefly touch on it to have a video for this series. And when it came out last year, I was very excited about it, very intrigued as to where it would go and things like that. And my theory years ago was that, okay, they're doing Infinity War Part 1 and 2, and it's all about these Infinity Stones and this gauntlet, and one of the stones is the Time Stone. So I predicted a couple of years ago, not with any degree of accuracy, but I think if they're doing a 2-part film, they're going to end it with a cliffhanger, and they're going to kill a bunch of major characters, and it's going to be like, holy shit, the bad guy wins.
Did you film this prediction?
I didn't. I think I maybe tweeted about it.
So you have proof that you actually predicted
Maybe,
that?
but I think a lot of people probably had the same prediction. I'm not saying it's like a bold prediction. It's pretty obvious in a way. But I thought it's going to be the Empire Strikes Back of the Marvel Universe. The bad guy wins. You know, big characters die, everyone's fucked to the end. And then the next one would be about fighting Thanos again, but also going back in time and bringing back those characters, which is what I think is probably going to happen, definitely going to happen in Endgame, because of course we got Spider-Man in a couple of months.
And that's enough predictions for the next one, please.
Yeah, I don't
want to know what you're thinking, because you're so good at predicting things, obviously.
No, but I mean, I think that's a very easy thing to predict. And
yeah, but I don't want to think about it.
I don't have any predictions for Endgame because I don't even want to think about it myself, so I'm exactly on the same line as you. But when I first saw Infinity War, I loved it, thought it was fantastic. So I couldn't believe that they wrangled all of those characters in one movie and it worked. Like, again, same writing team as Captain America, Winter Soldier, Civil War, same directors. They just nailed it. But I didn't like the ending very much when all the characters die, because I'm just like, Spider-Man 2 is coming out a couple months after this. Oh, no, next year in the summer. They've already announced Guardians 3. You know, Black Panther 2 is in development. I just thought, like...
Doctor Strange 2.
I just thought it doesn't have any weight. And then the second time I saw it, which was with you, I thought, okay, let me just view this from the perspective of the characters. How do the characters feel about this? And you see that moment where Tony is just like, hand over his mouth, just like, all these people have died. You know, and to me, it really works. And it just makes the movie so much better when you just kind of switch off your real world brain, where you're thinking about like the actual production of the movies. Just follow it from the story itself. And it's an incredible ending. And obviously a lot of that is going to be reversed in Endgame. I don't know how much, but I think Infinity War is a real high point. Some of the big fights with Thanos and the battle in Wakanda are great, really funny, comedic moments. You know, I think the side plot is kind of all very important to each other. But Thor meeting the Guardians of the Galaxy, I thought was awesome. Like, that humor mixed with the Guardians was really fun. And again, Thanos, Doctor Strange, really, from what I remember, is a really memorable part of the film. Especially when him and Thanos face off one-on-one. That's an awesome scene. And Thanos, incredible character. I think the best villain, for sure. Yeah. Josh Brolin is great, and he's this big, larger-than-life...
It's been built up for 20 movies.
Yes, and, well, maybe not 20, but almost 20, you know.
Since Avengers.
Since Avengers. I mean, it's a huge amount of time to build him up. We've seen glimpses of him. The visual effects are amazing, the motion capture and everything, but Josh Brolin's performance is great, but he has a really good motivation, which is insane, but he believes what he's doing is the right thing. And that makes it all the more interesting than someone who just wants to destroy everything because I'm the ruler of the universe. It's a bit more nuanced than that, which makes it really work so much better. So do you have any kind of memories or thoughts on Infinity War before we go see it again, based on the last time you saw it? Again, we're just going to keep this fairly short. I'm going to keep this fairly short because you don't have too much to say.
I remember that when it ended.
Right, so how did you feel about the ending? Yeah.
I was so pissed off.
You were, I remember, yeah.
I was actually like fuming. I've never had this feeling at the end
Forgot
of
about
a Marvel
this.
movie.
Yeah.
I was sat there and was like, I didn't even want to wait for the end credits. I just wanted to leave the cinema. I couldn't believe what they had just done to me and their fans. And I was just like, are you fucking kidding me? That was the most annoyed I'd been at the ending of a movie since Kill Bill Volume 1. Where they said, does she know that she has a daughter?
Credits.
And then it's like, really? A cliffhanger in a movie? And I have to wait another year or two for the next one.
Yeah.
Fuck off. So this one, obviously the best cliffhanger you've ever gotten.
Yeah.
It's been building up for this.
Huge
When I watched it the
cliffhanger.
second time, I just said to myself, just accept it.
Yeah.
Just like the ending of Inception, just accept it. Maybe it's stupid, but it's not stupid. It's necessary. Anyway, so I accepted it the second time. Of course, it's supposed to be provoking your favorite characters. You've learned to love them for 10 years, and then they die. And they don't even die like a memorable death where you see people get to cry about it. You don't get a funeral. You don't get any of that. They just disappear.
I
It's
love
like
that
seeing
though.
a movie that you just absolutely love, and it's so awesome. You love the character, and then that person dies, and you don't even get to see the body or anyone reacting to it. You know what movie I'm talking about. And then the rest of the movie just keeps going on, and you're like, hang on a minute. But we're gonna get that in the next movie, obviously. Seeing the trailer, they're not very happy
Yeah.
in it. Guardians of the Galaxy. Again, I remember briefly. Batista.
Drax.
Drax. Being funny again. Thinking that he can move so slowly
Yeah.
that they can't see him, like he's invisible. Which is something that you do when you're a kid, isn't it? If you stand completely still, can you see me? Kind of like a T-Rex thing, you know?
One thing I want to say, and I'm interested to see how the crowd is like on Wednesday night with Infinity War, if people laugh a lot to the jokes. To me, one of the funniest parts is when they say, Drax, how long have you been standing there? And he's like, an hour. I thought it was the funniest thing in the whole movie. I was like tweeting like an hour, and people were like, what are you talking about? I'm like, did you not see the film? I thought it was going to take off as like the funniest thing, and to me, no one seemed to find it funny.
That funny.
I think it is. I don't know.
But his
delivery of it was funny.
Yes, his timing has always been great.
The timing, exactly.
I think it's funny how they just admire Thor as the god that he is.
Yes.
But like even Drax is like,
Yeah.
like admiring his body, and he does that so well too. Like who did he look at? What Kurt Russell, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, like he looked down at his penis.
Oh yeah. In Guardians 2, yeah.
Just the way that it looked down, because they were talking about it, how he actually made a child on Earth. Like,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
made a penis. Yes, I did. You know, and the way he's looking down, like, like imagining it, and it's just the way he does that. It looks so real. I don't feel like he's acting a lot of the time. I feel like
Well, he is. But...
And I know you can tell a lot of when he laughs. To me, that's acting. I know you love his laugh, but to me, it's too forced.
Yeah, no, I agree, but I think we've already talked about it. Let's just,
I know.
Let's move on.
But he just does it so naturally.
Yeah.
Like the way I see people do those kind of things and expressions. I love the Gamora thing with Thanos. It's very
That's
emotional.
great.
That's
So well done.
where you kind of start to understand Thanos, but you don't understand him because he's crazy, but you do. And then you kind of like, you start to see him as someone who has feelings, even though it doesn't seem like it does. It frustrates me that the Hulk never appears again.
Yeah, especially seeing as they were throwing him about in the trailer, and then that never ended up happening.
I'm confused about that. What else? Thor, the new hammer thingy.
The Stormbreaker, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, did he need to get it though? Hadn't he just been told that he doesn't? I mean, I understand that he wants a weapon and everything, but can he control any weapon to do the things that he wants it to do?
That's the thing.
Maybe he wants that thing that has the weight that only he can pick up.
No, because it was the whole thing that he saw Thanos, got his ass kicked by him, saw him beat the shit out of Hulk, and knew that his lightning wasn't going to be enough to stop this guy. He needs something that is equal to his hammer to even stand a chance. And so he goes back to that place to forge it in the heart of a dying star. And I love how Groot kind of, not sacrifices, but he cuts off his arm to make it the handle.
It grows out again,
Which it grows out again. But in that moment when Thor arrives with Rocket and Groot on Wakanda, and the original Avengers theme plays, and a UK cinema actually like applauded and cheered, and I just thought that was fucking awesome. Great moment.
Yeah, I love Thor.
Mm-hmm.
I do love the story between Olsen and Vision. What's
Yeah.
her name again?
Scarlet Witch,
Scarlet.
Wanda, and Vision.
Wanda.
Yeah.
Does Wanda go to Wakanda as well? Yes, she does.
Why was she up here all this time?
Yeah. I'm just thinking like, well, she could have defeated Thanos, but he can manipulate like everything now with his glove. I love the love story between those two. How you see it kind of evolve even though you don't.
And I think that's where the TV series they're going to do is probably going to really expand the depth on that. I
really like her.
Yes.
I wish her brother was still alive because he was great. Why did he only do the one? Did he have other stuff to do? I don't know. But I just really liked him. And Vision as well. How he's got he's making like this human body appear. What else? I don't know.
I think that two of the really great moments of the film was when Thor slams the Stormbreaker into his chest, and it looks like he's killed him, and then Thanos is just like, you should have gone for the head, and then snaps his finger, and that's it. Incredible moment, but maybe even more so is when
that was the one scenario.
Maybe even more so than that, and more impactful, was when he kills Vision, and when Scarlet Witch is using all of her power to kill the person she loves, to save everyone. You know, she's just completely distraught. She's holding off Thanos with one hand. She's killing the man she loves, or the thing that she loves, with the other. She manages to do it. She's absolutely heartbroken, and Thanos just says, actually, I'm just going to rewind time, bring your boyfriend back to life, and then kill him again right in front of you. Like, holy shit. It's incredible in the worst possible way. You know, it's such a great kind of cinematic and awful thing for a villain to do in a film. And that's the kind of thing you can get away with when you're dealing with like science fiction elements and things like that. So, yeah.
How are they going to turn back time when he's got the stone?
Exactly.
Or maybe he's going to turn back time because he's so broken about it. He sees that he's done wrong. That's the thing, isn't it? When you have that power, you can just go back and do it again. If he does it again, would the other 50% die? It's like, no, the wrong part died. Could he sacrifice someone else? No, he couldn't, because she's the only one he loved.
Maybe the trailers have been misleading us for Endgame, and he has a change of heart. He goes back in time, brings everyone back to life, and the whole movie is just 3 hours of like that Avengers party where they're all just hanging out and stuff, and like Thanos is trying to lift the hammer and stuff, and it's just a comedy for like 3 hours.
Comes in and they're like, shit.
So I shouldn't rewound time that far. She's still around.
Maybe it was just all a dream.
Oh my god. After all that investment, after all that time, the movie ends and it's just Tony in the desert going, oh, pulls off the iron helmet and he's just like, oh, and then he dies. It's just like a death dream that he had when he was trying to break out of that cave. So I think that's it. I think we've covered Infinity War. Again, it's not much of it. We haven't rewatched it and stuff, but I think it's a great film, and I'm looking forward to seeing it again in the cinema, but of course, most of all, looking forward to Endgame. So, anything else you'd like to add before we wrap up this video? Nah, same. Okay, so there we go. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.